Yo! Now I'm gonna pivot.
2 days, 200 miles, Seattle to Portland. This is what happened. So a friend asked if I wanted to do Seattle to Portland on a bike last summer, and I said, sure. The way you say sure to things before you really thought them through. This is, unfortunately, a very consistent pattern for me. Some friend has done this right before. It's a well-organized cycling event, roughly 100 miles each day, back to back. And if you asked me 5 years ago, I would have told you very confidently that I am a cyclist for joy and not pain. I will bike to get donuts with you. I'll bike to get lunch with you. But 100 miles in a day just sounds like suffering. And I don't exactly agree with type 2 fun, but here we are. Getting to Seattle was its own adventure. Most of us flew in from New York, stuck at JFK for hours, and landed somewhere around 2 a.m. I honestly think we would have made it to Asia by then. The next morning, we compared notes on one critical skill every New York cyclist actually need: how to survive biking through Times Square and all the tourists. The answer, and this was unanimous, is to act completely unhinged. Screech, yell, make all the weird noises, anything to make yourself stand out so that people actually notice you and get out of the way. Basically, out crazy the crazy. Funny enough, that's just the general New York survival strategy. The city doesn't reward the most polished person in the room, it rewards whoever figured it out how to take up space without apologizing for it. Anyways. We spent a couple days doing scenic warm-up routes around Seattle. Beautiful, beautiful city. Genuinely did not prepare us for what was coming. And then the day arrived. Day 1, Seattle to Centralia College. The women I was riding with are from the NYC bike club called Girls Bike NYC. And most of them have become, and I said this for full admiration and slight terror, unhingingly fast and strong. Where I was cruising at a comfortable 15 miles an hour, these women were sitting comfortably at 18 to 22. So my strategy for day 1 was simple: tuck behind the wheels and hold on. And something interesting happened. The numbers stopped meaning anything. Miles stopped feeling like miles. You just ride. You organically go longer without necessarily going faster. You get stronger in the process without really noticing it's happening. By the end of day 1, I'd hit a year-long personal record. On borrowed speed, borrowed momentum, but it absolutely counted. And also, shout out to the Cascade Bicycle Club for organizing this event every year. I have never, and I mean never, finished a long ride without feeling completely destroyed. This was different. Well-timed breaks, real food at every stop, pickle juice at exactly the right moments. Don't sleep on those pickle juice, guys. Intentional rest isn't weakness, it's the entire strategy. And I think about this a lot beyond the bike. Day 2, Centralia College to Portland. The forecast outside Portland was going to be north of 100 degrees Fahrenheit. We set off at 4 a.m. trying to get ahead of the heat. Early miles were slow, sleepy, the kind riding where I just mostly existed. And then somewhere on the highway, something shifted. I started passing people. Peloton after Peloton, groups I have no business passing. And I was holding speeds like yesterday, but on my own this time, consistently sitting at 20 miles an hour for a good chunk of the ride, which I didn't plan for. Here's a pattern I've noticed about myself. To protect my ego, I pretend not to try too hard. That way, if I fail, it wasn't really a real attempt. If I don't fully commit, I can't fully fail, so I just don't fully commit. It happens on the bike, it happens off the bike, in work, in creative projects, in all kind of places I probably haven't fully committed to myself yet. And sometimes, not always, but sometimes, the low pressure approach produces a genuine surprise. And I still don't know if a strategy or a very sophisticated form of self-sabotage. Probably both. What I can tell you is that I don't push myself hard enough because my ego is apparently too fragile to fail. Definitely working on it. At the finish line, an old college friend picked me up and let me crash on their couch in Portland. And I'll be honest with you, that mattered more than any of the miles. It always does. You do 200 miles across 2 days, and what do you actually remember? What you carry home is actually sitting with someone at the end of it and realizing how far everybody has come since the last time you were in the same room. The conversation you can only have after you've been through some things together. Those ones. Xiaoxu will always detour for a chance at becoming a better friend. That part I'm very sure about. Next video, I organized a 65-mile bike ride through 9 Chinatowns across New York City. 80 plus people showed up. I couldn't see the end of my own group. That one's coming soon. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And if any of this resonated, the newsletter is where I go deeper. Link in bio. Cheers.